There are some things that are banned or prohibited on cruises that truthfully cruise lines weren't really taking seriously until now. But cruise lines are not playing, and these are 3 ridiculous things that cruise passengers should stop doing now. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now we have to talk because these are 3 things that are happening right now, and there's a tie-in to all of this, and it is social media. Now, I'm going to share with you all of these 3 cases, and I have to say, the last one, well, I really do need your opinion on this. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Number 1, bringing alcohol on board. Now, many of you, if you've been cruising for a long time, you know that you're allowed, at least on most cruise lines, to bring wine and sometimes champagne and beer. But any hard alcohol, most cruise lines absolutely prohibit it. Now, does that mean that people never sneak it on board? No, it doesn't. And in the past, what would happen is if somebody did sneak it on board, at least anecdotally, is that security would remove it from the luggage and passengers might be called down to the naughty room and it would be confiscated, and that was the end of that. Now, I would definitely caution you from doing this, especially after the most recent case. Now, we have somebody who decided that she was going to do the ultimate cruise drink hack by bringing on board feminine hygiene products. And by the way, I think that this is a product that is probably sold somewhere like on Amazon or something like that. Not a real product, but basically a way to sneak or smuggle alcohol in through this product. And she decided to share her cruise hack with other people as a service on TikTok. Not smart, because what happened? Well, security did find out, and they actually went to see her in her cabin. And what did she do? She even filmed that interaction. Now, not only did she have consequences on board, but when she got home, she ended up finding out that she was banned from sailing with Carnival for life. Now, she isn't the first one. So if you think that this is just one story, it is not. This is the second time that Carnival has found somebody doing the same thing. And my understanding, based on all the reports, is that they're banned from sailing with Carnival again as well. Now, since that point, she does say that she really regrets it. And if she could do it again, she would not do that. She actually really enjoys sailing with Carnival, and she is getting married and was hoping to sail with her husband again. So she's actually quite disappointed that this happened to her. But of course, she was in the wrong and she did break the rules. And it does seem like Carnival, at least, is taking this seriously. Now, I am curious and I'd love to hear from you. Please let me know, was Carnival's response too harsh or just right? Please share your opinions down in the comments below. And the wild part, she posted it all on TikTok, and that's literally how Carnival found out and banned her for life. And honestly, it just goes to show that what you post online really can come back to haunt you. Now, these days, it's not just cruise lines that are watching what we share, because companies are tracking our data all the time. And if you've ever Googled something cruise related and suddenly your feed is full of travel ads, that's data tracking at work. And that's where the sponsor of today's video, Incognito, comes in. If you've ever booked a cruise, flight, or even searched for travel deals, your personal data is out there. And it's not just sitting around, it's being sold, bought, and passed around by hundreds of data brokers that you probably haven't even heard of. Your name, email, phone number, and even your travel patterns all being used without your permission. And with scams getting more sophisticated every year, like fake cruise line and airline emails and text message scams, protecting your digital privacy is more important than ever. Now, Incognito works by contacting those data broker sites and requesting that your personal information be removed. I've actually been using it for a few months now, and every month I get a report that shows me how many data broker sites have deleted my info. Now, it's really simple to set up. First, you create an account. It actually took me less than 5 minutes. Then you grant Incognito the right to act on your behalf to request removal of your personal information from these data broker sites. And the best part is this is all done automatically. Now, the annual plan is best, as this can be done proactively every single month, even as new data broker sites emerge. Now, I do have an awesome 60% off discount code on Incognito's annual plan. I will leave my exclusive link as well as the discount code down below in the description of this video, as well as a pinned comment. Now, speaking of ridiculous things that people should not do on cruises, and things that maybe people shouldn't post online, let's talk about people who bring their beds and their mattresses out on the balcony. Now, it could actually look pretty appealing, especially on social media, which is why I think a lot of people do it. And if you search, by the way, on TikTok, you will find many of these videos. Sometimes it's at night, under the stars, but oftentimes it's during the day, looking like people are having just a wonderful nap or catching the sunrise, and they are bringing their mattress and they are bringing their blankets, and in some cases people seem to be bringing almost what looks like a rollaway bed or something and putting it on their balcony. But in any case, what's the issue? Why shouldn't people just do whatever they want to do? After all, they paid money for their cruise, right? And that is what some people say. But the issue with that is that, firstly, cruise lines do not allow this to happen. If you look at their fine print and the things that you can't do, you're actually not allowed to tamper or to move the stateroom furniture. But beyond this, what's the problem? Well, even for me as a potential future guest in that cabin, I don't think I really want the mattress out on the balcony where it could be exposed to humidity and dampness. And beyond this, I think that there's a real potential fire hazard. When you think about it, cruise lines don't even allow people to keep towels and clothing outside. If a crew member sees that left on the balcony, they'll bring it inside. And that's because if somebody, as an example, is smoking even on the top deck, and they're allowed to smoke, by the way, there, if it's in a smoking area. But what happens if a little ash or an ember goes over? Now, while the paint on balconies might be able to withstand that, if we've got blankets and mattresses outdoors, I can't imagine that it would. Now, I'm not trying to spread any rumors, but I am just kind of thinking this out and putting two and two together, not to mention even the damage potentially to the railing and to the furniture outside and to the bed itself. Now, while we haven't heard of anybody actually facing consequences in terms of being kicked off from a cruise ship, and I have to say, there are some accounts that post this again and again and again, even when they're on different cruise ships, because I have seen this. So I'm sure it does quite well for them in terms of views. But we have heard anecdotally of some crew members actually going to speak to guests in that cabin, asking them to stop. Now, my next story is a little bit different, but has some similarities to this one. I'm going to want to hear from you on that, but do let me know your opinion on the mattresses out on the balcony. Should cruise lines be more lenient on this, or is it something that they should absolutely say should stop? All right, now speaking of people sleeping on a balcony, is that okay? I personally think so, but what might not be okay, at least according to the New York Post, is people filming other people sleeping on a balcony and then posting that online. So yes, this is something that has happened recently and is really causing quite a kerfuffle and has people talking about what is okay and not okay. What is even, I guess we can call it cruise etiquette, but I think it's just etiquette in general. Now, what happened apparently is there was a couple and they fell asleep on their balcony, and that can happen, and I think that's totally fine, on chairs, by the way, and I did not see this video, but apparently somebody from another ship that was across in a cruise port of call, well, they filmed them. And I guess, the way we all look when we are sleeping, if it's on a bus or if it's somewhere in public, we don't look at our best. Well, apparently this couple didn't look at their best. Somebody filmed them, and a lot of comments apparently were really quite nasty and unpleasant. Now, in this New York Post article, they actually quoted Mandy the Cruise Planner as somebody who did bring this up. Now, you can find Mandy the Cruise Planner on TikTok. She's a lot of fun and she brings up a lot of different information and things that happen on cruises. But she talked about this moral quandary. Are people allowed just to have private moments on a cruise? This couple was out on their balcony. They were doing nothing wrong. And should people be filming random strangers and posting them on their own social media for views and clicks? Now, I do think it's a little bit different when you have people that are in the background when somebody is filming. I think that we're all used to cameras are around, but when somebody is going to become the star of your show, I think that it does become a little different. Now, while cruise lines have not said anything or cracked down on this, I definitely think that it's one of the ridiculous things that some people are doing on cruises now. Now, I'm going to leave all of the information about Incogni, including the exclusive link and discount code for 60% off Incogni's annual plan. And I want to hear from you. Please let me know, what should cruisers stop? And is it okay to even put mattresses out on the balcony? I am all for stopping this now, but let me know down in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now and happy cruising.